this design, I really like this. Thank you for making this request. What I did here was I made it customizable. I wanted to explain to not only you, I'm not sure what your level of understanding is in Canva. I use Illustrator, I use Photoshop, but I do understand that most people, especially people who need designs, not designers themselves, which is basically people that I expect to be in this group, it's easier for you all to use Canva. It's more easily accessible and things like that, easier to use. So most of the time I will import the designs that I make for you into Canva. Sometimes it will be a PNG. If I got time, if it's something that I feel would benefit from being customizable like this, then I'll do that. So in this case, I decided to do that. And what I did was I made the words on the jacket customizable. So you can change that to whatever. You can say whatever you wanted to say. You can say hi, whatever. You can also change the C. So what I wanted to show you all here is that if you don't understand layers, then you're going to be kind of stuck. So a layer is basically, think of it as a transparent sheet of paper in which every element of the design is placed on. So I can't get to this C because there's this clear sheet of paper on top of it that has this on it, right? And let me go ahead and click undo. So in order to get to that C, you have to go to the layers panel and you have to move the C up. Before you move a layer or shift a layer around in the layers panel, you have to be very careful that you are aware of its original position in the design, because if you're not, then you could end up missing elements and things like that. So we know that this C is right above the layer of the bear. One day, hopefully, Canva will have some feature where you can name layers and things like that. I know what I do a lot of times in Illustrator, I don't even put a name. I just put a number, like this is layer 1, 2, 3, so on and so forth. And that would make things a lot easier. Right now, they just have images to signify what layer you're clicking on. But anyway, so yeah, to get to the C, you would have to move it. You would have to move it to above this clear sheet. Think of it that way, if that makes it easier for you all. So bring it up above that, and then you can double click it. You can change it to whatever whatever letter you want it to be. And the same goes for the number 4. The number 4 is not underneath of a clear sheet of paper because this right here is underneath. If you look over here, it is already underneath of the 4. If this was on top, then yeah, you would have to move the 4 above it. Be very careful. Once again, I believe I said that when you are shifting layers, because you could, when you're like designing and you're not really paying attention and you're just like focusing on the edit that you're making, sometimes you might forget to move the layer back to where it was and your design could end up looking kind of shifty. For instance, like let's say you wanted to do something and you forgot to add this banner back to its original position. So you want to make sure that you are aware that this always goes underneath of this and above these, whatever these things are called, these wreaths. All right, this is not editable in Canva. I did this in Illustrator. Sometimes when you all request designs from me, I do the majority of the work in Illustrator or Photoshop. I might use some Canva elements. These right here are Canva elements. I'm not gonna lie. Are they? Or did I do that? I think I was like trying to make my own and I realized Canva has an element and it looks, it's a wreath. It's nothing too crazy. So I ended up using this as an element. But anyway, sometimes I will make it a Canva template where you can edit it instead of a PNG. a flat PNG if I, for one, have time, if I feel like you would benefit from the design being editable. I know a lot of you all will be, if you're not already, making custom orders for your customers. They might not go to that school. They might want a different letter. So things like that. I will try my best to make as much of it customizable. But the thing about that too is a lot of times if you don't need it customizable, it can just be kind of confusing. So maybe I will do both. Maybe I will do like a customizable one and a blank one. I'm rambling. I'm sorry, y'all. It is 3:42 in the morning, and I'm wrapping this up. Hopefully you understand and you like the design. If you want any tweaks or anything like that, just let me know. Things are going kind of slow right now as far as the requests. And also, I'm sorry, it's very late. I forgot your name. Uh, I forgot your name. It was just like on the tip of my tongue. I want to say it's like it's a different name. It's a very exotic sounding name. But you who requested this. And you were the first. Is it Sandra? No. I know you have a different last name. But anyway, I'm so sorry. It's 3:43 in the morning. And let me know. That's what I was going to say. I was gonna say you made this request a while ago, and I have to update like my notifications because I was so unaware that you had responded to me 3 days ago. When I go and log in, and from my end, I check the notifications, and it didn't show me. Maybe it's like some setting I need to change. I had to like literally like manually go in and just to like double check. Something told me to go and double check, and I looked, and I'm like, oh my God, she responded to me 3 days ago because it didn't pop up as a notification that someone had replied to my last comment. So I do apologize about that. It's not going to take 3 days from now on unless you have something like very extravagant, and we'll discuss that beforehand. I'll let you know. So again, my apologies, and let me know if this works for you. And I see something, I need to shift that a little bit. I'm very peculiar. I like stuff to be even. I'm sure you all do too. Okay. Oh, this up here, this is just the bear by itself. So I'll send you that too. I'll upload this whole entire Canva link as well as send you the PNG version of the blank bear. So in case you don't want any writing, you know, if you don't want any writing, you'll have that blank bear. PNG, in case you don't want to do anything in Canva. And also the Canva template link. All right. Thank you.